Executive. And hi, we're here today with Kristen Mitchell of the Art Box. I'm Tiffany Johannes, the Remax Executive, and we have been collaborating on a project. And I just wanted to share with you guys what a special person Kristen Mitchell is and the work she's been doing in the Wackpaw area. She's the owner of Art Box Ceramics, and we have actually partnered together with Turning Point to do projects for children, arts and snacks. And Kristen put together incredible kits for the kids that we're going to be delivering next week. I'll tell you a little bit more about it later, but I just wanted to ask Kristen a few questions and really get a feel for what's going on over at Art Box Ceramics. And how did you get started, Kristen, with Art Box? Welcome.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. And Tiffany is incredible to work with and great to partner with to pull together some art for the Turning Point kids. And gosh, how did I get started with the Art Box? I had a friend that introduced me to the owners of the gallery here, and he said, get your paintings, come on down. And that's kind of a small step, but that's where it started. And then I said at some point, I said, you know, my real dream is to have a paint your own pottery studio. And so we kicked that off and got started with that. And 4 years later, here we are still teaching classes. And even despite the pandemic kind of pivoting and still bringing art to folks in all the ways that they're comfortable with it. So
it's been amazing to see you grow and just really develop your business over the years. You've gone from doing stuff in your studios to outside of the studio as well. Tell me a little bit about some of the projects or classes that you do and what you enjoy seeing in your studio.
Yes, our program has definitely grown, and this year is our biggest program for kids and teen classes now. Just really trying to reach out and have parents' backs and help keep art education going for kids. So on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, we're doing painting and drawing classes and pottery wheel throwing classes and clay sculpting with the kids and the teenagers. And we haven't forgotten our adults, so our programming for that, we're still painting on ceramics, we're still painting on canvas, and the adults are loving our evening, Thursday and Saturday evening pottery wheel throwing classes that we're doing. And it's outdoors. Art is inherently an independent activity, and it's just a really good way to kind of blow off some steam. So
I think that's incredible. And that was one of the reasons why I was starting to think about how to give back to the community as the pandemic started and we're all locked in our house. Mm-hmm. Children really aren't getting out to do a lot of the things that they have been doing. And I thought, what better way to connect with a local artist, Kristen, and find a way to help children. And tell us a little bit about how you think art helps children right now, since it's not normal where they are today.
It's so vital today because they are feeling all the anxiousness that we're feeling about how school is getting started, and their world has just changed just as much as some of our adult worlds have changed. And so little art pieces like this, they mean so much to the kids. It's a time to disconnect from the real world. It's a time to put cell phones down and chat with their families and really find some true connection while we're kind of going through some craziness right now. So.
Right, that's great. I love the pieces that you put together for our bags that we're getting ready to send over to Turning Point. The little heart boxes that you can paint. And Kristen has actually set it up to where it's a kit that they can bring home or do on site to create any piece that they want. We've got all kinds of colors going into it, and it doesn't even have to be fired. So they're creating their own piece that they can share with others or keep as their own personal treasure. I love the monkeys a lot as well. And they're going to be fun to see how they painted them or what they come up with creativity wise. But we also know nutrition is a huge point right now in making sure that students, if they're not going to school every day, which we aren't in Union County as well as in Mecklenburg County, it's what we can do to make sure to help to get them snacks and food. So we're doing some healthy snacks like apples and oranges. And as my daughter said, Mom, all the kids don't want apples and oranges. You better put something good in there. Mm-hmm. So Zoe and her group have been helping with getting snacks together that are still nutritious, but are a little more fun. She told me I needed to have more fun and be a little more creative with my snacks. So with the art project with Kristen and my daughter in my ear saying, Mom, you got to get some better snacks. You got to get granola bars. You got to get fruits, roll-ups. You got to get gummies. And so I was like, okay. So that's what we're putting together for the students. But Kristen, one of the things I just wanted to ask you for is a tour of your studio. I know a lot of people might not have been out to Waxhaw to see what you've got to offer, or even Waxhaw in general, which it's an incredible downtown. It's grown a ton in the last few years. But I was so impressed when I've gone into your studio to see the creativity in there, and it lit me up when I was there the other day picking up my packages. So if you'd be as kind as to share with us a little bit about what your studio looks like, I would love to see it, and I'm sure others would like to as well.
Yeah, that reaction that you had where you feel a little bit happier, brighter, there's a fun vibe here. That's exactly what we're going for. So you can see all the color behind me on the wall. Those are all canvases that I've painted. And when I paint so that I can teach you guys how to paint it too. So we use lots of color. We do lots of trees and flowers and organic shapes and things like that. So I actually have 3 rooms. And then we'll head outside and take a look at a mural too. And just to give you guys an idea of the space we're in a historic house right in the downtown Waxhaw area. It's an old single-story farmhouse. Used to be 2 houses, and then it got joined together at some point in time. But it dates back to when the mill where Emmett's is at was a textile mill. So it's a cool historic environment to be in. I'll spin around slowly here. We've just reset this room. So let's see. You can see some Halloween behind me. Am I in the way? Whoop. You can see some Halloween behind me there that we've reset.
Cool.
Of our holiday in. Is that going to work to kind of spin around like this?
Yeah, you look great. And we can see it. I can see the Christmas trees back behind you right now.
So Christmas is not too early. Christmas is here, so you can get a jump start on some of that great stuff there too. So holiday is here at the Art Box, and those classes will be popping up online soon. We've just kicked off with our fall kids classes, and we've got our fall adult classes going too. So here we're coming into the second room. This is a whole bunch of the art that we do with the kids for like birthday parties and art classes there.
And those are adorable.
Don't make you too sick. We'll spin around here. And this is some more of the kids' ceramics there. So cupcakes and gnomes and princesses and unicorns and race cars and all kinds of neat stuff there. And then we're going to spin. This wall here shows some more of the art that we're going to be doing in our art classes. And you can see some influences by some famous master artists, Monet and Van Gogh. So we'll incorporate some art history in along with everything we're doing. And so you see I walk through the gallery here where we feature art by at least over 30 different local artists. I'm going to head out to our front porch here, take you guys on a little tour of our mural fence that we've got.
And Kristen, while you're walking, I saw you were out on a porch a night or so ago, and you guys were throwing on the pottery wheel.
Yeah. So we'll
that looked like it was fun.
Right after. So
you're freezing up a little bit, Kristen.
You see, we found the internet.
So Kristen is frozen up a little bit. What I know she's getting there she is. You can see the art wall behind her.
All right, so
that art wall that Kristen was showing you is a wall that she has done with the community of Waxhaw. And she has enlisted kids and adults alike in a program to share art in the community and to show off different areas throughout. So Kristen, you want to tell us a little more about those art walls that you just showed us? I know the internet was a little bit shaky out there.
Yeah, so the art wall we did is with the town of Waxhaw. It's a free event that we host usually about twice a year. We do this, and it's always been super successful, and it's super cool to get families.
She's freezing up again a little bit, but I know that the Art Box does team up with the town of Waxhaw to do fabulous art mural projects in downtown Waxhaw. A number of those are on the fence outside her shop, which I think is a very cool project for kids as well as adults alike.
So, Kristen, yeah, I might have to stay in the studio here, but if you look, behind me there, that is our outdoor pottery pavilion there. So we currently have 5 pottery wheels out there, and we do beginner classes for kids starting as young as 7 years old, all the way up to adults. Fabulous date night if you're looking for something for you and the husband to get out of the house. We're outdoors. We have 5 pottery wheels, so you're paired up with your partner, and it's just a really great environment to be in.
Yeah, pottery wheels are so much fun. I actually took pottery at a community college to graduate from high school a year early, and I did it with my mother. And it was one of the best bonding times we had, was that pottery studio and going in there and really just learning how to do it. We still have some pieces today that we did, which has been 30 some odd years ago, and we laugh about how good or how bad our artwork was. Or we also guess as to whose it was based on the weight of it sometimes. If we can't still see our names on the bottom.
That is exactly the experience that we're trying to create, where you can look back years later and you remember those moments, and maybe even remember kind of getting centered on the wheel yourself as you're trying to get your piece centered, still your mind, still your body, and get that piece made. So, yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you sharing everything you have today. I think you have an incredible place there at Art Box. I hope others who are looking for an outlet where you can do social distancing will consider coming to visit you. I know you also had some kits that are take home if people are still a little bit concerned about being around others, but want their children to have that art experience, or even a family night probably. So there's a lot of options. I love that you were able to work with us on the Turning Points piece, and we are looking at other opportunities now. Kristen has been an incredible community partner, and I know that she'll continue to do fabulous things in Waxhaw. Thank you so much, Kristen, for joining us today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. And again, Art Box is there. Please go and check it out in downtown Waxhaw and experience everything else downtown Waxhaw has to offer. We also just want to remind you that we will have more information on our project with Turning Points, with the Art and Snacks program that we're doing, and interview Turning Points here in the near future, so you can learn a little bit more about what they're doing in our community as well to help families right now. Thank you so much, Kristen. I hope you have a great week.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Bye.